It's Tuesday morning. It's 8 o'clock. It's March 10th. Thank you for joining us on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Fridman.
And I'm Dan Schrack. We've got a lot to get to this Tuesday morning, but first, we want to have a look at some of the news you need to know.
Stephanie Joseph is live in the newsroom. She's taking a look at some of our headlines this morning. Steph?
Hey there, guys. We do begin with President Trump now saying he expects Operation Epic Fury to end very soon. The Trump administration said the war in Iran could last for weeks, if not months, but the president now says this is the beginning for a, quote, new country. It comes as strikes continue in the Middle East, Iranian officials selecting the son of the former Ayatollah to be the new supreme leader. 2 women are in custody following an overnight incident on Monroe Avenue near Goodman Street, in which police were surrounded by a large crowd. Officers say they saw a woman damaging a street sign on Monroe Avenue, and when they tried to arrest her, another woman pushed one of the officers. Police say a crowd of around 15 people then, quote, aggressively encroached the officers. The crowd was eventually dispersed and no one was hurt. A 17-year-old boy is fighting for his life this morning after being shot near Wellington Avenue and Kirkland Road around 6 last night. Now, he was hit at least once in the upper body. Police say they recovered a handgun at the scene, but no suspects are in custody. Those with information should call 911. Happening today, we will learn the full lineup for this year's Rochester International Jazz Festival. The festival will unveil all of the performers in an online announcement to come later this morning, so stay tuned, including the free outdoor headliners. We'll have much more on 13wham.com and 13wham News at midday. And that's what you need to know.
I cannot wait until the Jazz Fest arrives because it will be summer, it will be warm, and who doesn't love to walk on the city streets filled with music like that?
Very
exactly.
true.
It's a great time. Thanks, Steph. All right, let's have a look at what we have brewing for the next 2 hours, starting with a look ahead to one of the region's biggest rides. This morning, we're previewing the upcoming Tour de Cure kickoff, taking place today at Rising Storm Brewery. We're going to learn more about the events they have planned this year, how you can get involved, and of course, the amazing cause it all benefits.
Then, if you feel like the year is flying by and maybe you haven't been able to reach some of those start of the year goals, this may be a perfect time for a reset. Motivational speaker Ramon Ray will join us to talk about some ways to measure our success over the past 3 months and how we can set ourselves up for a stronger, more successful rest of the year.
How you doing with those New Year's resolutions?
I'm doing
you
great.
Still being mean?
I'm still being mean.
Okay. Any other ones?
That was the big one.
That was the big one?
Do you feel like I've been advocating for you?
You have been advocating for me
yes.
in a mean and powerful way.
Yes.
And I appreciate it.
I got you.
And later, get ready to come together for a night of classic rock and roll to honor Sir Paul McCartney. This morning, we are sitting down with some of the local musicians taking to the stage for Band on the Run, the tribute concert from the Beatles to the Wings hits. We will get a look at what fans can expect.
Yeah, lots to get to. Before all of that, though, a check of the forecast on this Tuesday morning. We're going to see warmer temperatures again today, but we'll also see some showers. Meteorologist Marty Snyder is tracking what we can expect. Marty?
Yeah, that's it, guys. A little bit of both today. We're seeing at least some cloud cover that is in the process of building in, but also notice how you're seeing a lot of blue in this one view here with the sun low on the horizon. We're seeing that clearing overhead, but at least the sun's being obscured on the horizon at this point. But we're going to get back into a few breaks initially. Not going to be as sunny as what we have seen over some recent days. We will see some breaks, though, but we're in the process of seeing some cloud cover begin to build in and fill in a little bit. But 55 right now. The average high this time of year is in the lower 40s, so we never even dropped anywhere near that number overnight. And as we go forward throughout the day today, we'll see these numbers rise up pretty well. We'll rise up to about 63 as we head towards noon. It will be a story where temperatures may pull back a little bit through the afternoon as the breeze turns to be a little more northerly through the afternoon. It may take a few degrees away from us. That could put a lot of places back into the 50s by then, and at least a chance of a shower by the afternoon. Nothing all that widespread today, but at least a few showers are possible later today. Tonight down to about 40 for a low. Tomorrow may see a couple showers, even a couple thunderstorms possible during that time frame. Still in the 60s for highs, but then we pull back significantly by Thursday, only 35 then. At least some breaks in the clouds, but a much colder day, 40 on Friday, and then staying a lot cooler for the longer term. But at least these next couple days staying pretty mild for us, and at least today mainly dry, so at least a chance to get out there a little bit during the day today before a few showers build in by later in the day, guys.
All right, listen, showers later in the day, but 63, the high,
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
way above average. Like I mentioned, advertised in the lower 40s this time of year, so nowhere near that over the next couple days. By Thursday, a lot cooler.
We'll take it. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay, let's go off the top and start with some of the things that have piqued our interest this morning. I'm going to kick things off. So I just got back from vacation, went to Tokyo and Seoul, and one thing that stood out to me in those two big cities was the subway system and women-only cars, designated train cars just for female riders, no men allowed. Honestly, I thought it was an incredible idea. Really and truly, both cities are massive, millions of people moving through those systems each and every day, and yet they found a way to carve out a space and make it safe just for women. And that got me thinking, could something like this work in major American cities? Could it actually cut down on sexual harassment and assault on public transit systems? Well, Uber seems to think a similar concept would work in the rideshare world. The company just launched a feature nationwide allowing women riders and drivers to be matched with each other. Women can request a female driver directly through the app, reserve one in advance, or simply set a preference that increases the chances of being matched with another woman. Uber is also extending the option out to teen account holders. The rollout comes after a successful pilot in San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Detroit last summer, and an expansion to 26 cities this past November. But, like everything, not everyone's on board. Male drivers in California have filed a class action lawsuit arguing the feature is discriminatory, saying it gives female drivers access to the entire passenger pool while leaving men to compete for fewer rides. Rival company Lyft is facing a similar lawsuit over its own women-only matching feature called Women Plus Connect. That allows female riders to match with other female drivers. Uber is pushing back, saying the feature serves a strong public interest enhancing safety. And the numbers do back them up to some degree. Sexual assault reports on the platform dropped from nearly 6,000 between 2017 and 2018 to about 2,700 between 2021 and 2022. Still, just this February, a federal jury ordered Uber to pay $8.5 million to a woman who said she was sexually assaulted by one of its drivers. So the question here remains, whether it's a designated subway car or an option on a rideshare app, are we doing enough to make women feel safe getting from point A to point B? Something to think about.
Absolutely. I mean, I think if you ask most women, they all pretty much have some kind of story where something questionable has happened on public transportation. You know, I can think of a few instances where I would have preferred to have a female Uber driver or a female Lyft driver. And you know what? I think that, see, it's so complicated. I think it's a great idea, but I could also see the other side of it where, you know, they're saying, well, you know, can we have one where men can just request men? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I could see both sides.
Okay.
So why don't we?
Go for it. Because, listen, I understand that these Uber drivers, a lot of them are probably hurting now because, as I mentioned, the passenger pool just shrunk by about 50%. I get that. I also understand that, listen, if it doesn't matter who you are, if you pull up and I look at you and I think to myself, something's off with this situation, I'm not getting in that car, I'm going to cancel that ride.
Sure.
I'm not going to take that ride. So I think the benefit potentially of this is you're weeding out anyone who could potentially make a female passenger uncomfortable by automatically putting a female passenger in the driver's seat. I don't see anything wrong with it. I get that there's anger and frustration over, you know, reducing the number of people I can pick up in a day. But I got to go with the safety over the finances. I get it.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what they need to do. Maybe, hey, listen, it's a bros night out. We're getting a bro driver.
Yeah. Yeah. I completely agree.
I don't know.
I do.
But I also thought that the private cars for women, not private, women-only car, fantastic.
How did that work?
So they're pink. They have pink stickers on the, they have pink stickers. And if you're a guy, you just don't go into that car. I don't use that car. That one's for
And people just respect that.
people.
I think
People,
here, I think that
the level of respect experienced across all boards there supersedes anything you will find here.
yeah,
Whether it's the elderly, Mother Earth, politics, everything is done at a respectful level. It is.
I listen. I wouldn't be mad about pink
Right?
subway cars. That sounds lovely.
Fun.
Sounds like it would, freshen things up a little
Absolutely.
bit. Let's get some color in there.
Why not?
All right, let's move along to mine and the resurfacing of some public service announcements in New Zealand. So they've become quite popular on social media. Dan showed them to me yesterday, and then I completely went down the rabbit hole. They've become popular.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. And this is a good thing. How many times have we shared stories on here about things on social media that are negative or bad? It's like almost every day, right? Well, the PSAs are a good reminder about some of the dangers lurking around our everyday life. We're going to start off with this public service announcement about the importance of having a bath mat outside of your shower. So you'll see this guy, he's all happy and sudsy.
Mark, pay
Maybe
attention.
a double shampoo day. His lady friend says, buddy, time's up. It's time to get out. And he slips and falls. His eagerness to leave the hot shower could have been deadly, or at least life-altering. If only he had a bath mat.
No.
Make your home as safe as houses. All right, we've got another one. Don't play it just yet, if you don't mind. So there's a woman, she's very excited to share her discovery of a new energy bar for her kids. You know how chaotic life can be with the little ones running around, right? There are shoes and there are toys everywhere, which does end up being a dangerous mistake for her. Take a look. Here she is, all excited.
Oh,
Look at these.
Try this bar.
Fruity bars. We love it. Ouch.
Right through the coffee table.
Yes. So the point of that, make sure that you're picking up your kids' toys, or your kids are picking up their toys. Avoid clutter in your house. So are these videos jarring? Yeah, absolutely. Do they send a message? Also, yes. So I'm wondering if it's time that we bring back some of this shock
Ooh.
and awe. Take a look. This is one of the most recent PSAs shared by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. I want to see if we can maybe watch this a little bit. Oh, okay, no sound. So this individual is driving. He's meeting up with friends. He's meeting up with family. And everybody's saying, hey, I can tell that you're high right now. Driving high is extremely dangerous. And then the police officer comes to him and says, hey, I can tell that you're high. Does it get to the point? Yeah, for sure. It absolutely does. But if you're not somebody who cares about what other people think of you, chances are you really aren't going to care about this PSA. You're going to say, I'm going to do whatever I want. I think it's the terror that kind of motivates people to be more careful and to think twice about things.
Not wrong.
Now, I'm not saying that we've done a bad job with PSAs here in the U.S. I'm saying, what if we made PSAs specifically for teens here, talking about social media trends?
Oh.
PSAs that talk about the Tide Pod Challenge, or how, while it might be fun to do the Hot Pepper Challenge, it can cause some serious damage to your organs. The dangers of planking on unstable surfaces. Do you remember those? Whatever the kids do nowadays. All I'm saying is, should we try to scare our kids? No. Would it be effective if it was done correctly? Maybe. Some people on social media there are say that there are many terrifying things on the internet and in life, kids included, so we don't need to be inundated with some of these. So this person said, I'm 39. When I was a kid, my brothers would sing Old MacDonald when we were in the car just to scare me. That's how much this ad traumatized me as a kid. New Zealand safety commercials were effective. We didn't show that one. Everybody was singing Old MacDonald in the car. I think they were speeding. The car flipped, ended with silence. No more singing. Another person sharing, yeah, they need to bring those kinds of PSAs here. And then I think I have one more. This person writing in, they need to bring PSAs back. They scared me so much as a kid that I didn't do what the PSAs advertised. Kids nowadays need the trauma I had as a kid.
Not wrong.
Some say it could be counterproductive. Others say this is the right thing to do. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts is, listen, I love a good PSA.
Me too.
I really do. There's one that I'll share with you during break that is very poignant for the time we're living in. And it's an old one. It's from decades ago, and it just resurfaced, and it makes perfect sense. What I really like about the way they put these PSAs together is every one of them has a pregnant pause. From you hear the slip and fall on the tile, 2 seconds of silence before that voice comes in and says, should have had a bath mat.
Yeah. So
Same with the mother and the table. She goes through that table. You hear the kids out in the backyard playing and mom moaning on the floor and silence.
Yeah.
And
they're very powerful.
You really think in that time frame. You really do. I say bring them back.
Listen, let me just say, I'm not saying that we should scare kids. We should absolutely not unless it's like Halloween or it's funny. But like in this situation,
I think it's okay for them to be scared. Scared to eat a Tide Pod. Yeah, because it'll kill you.
Okay, yes.
Scared to gargle bleach. Yes, because you'll die.
Yeah. But
I think they should also be posted on social media.
That's where I was going to go with this also. I mean, kids have TikTok, they have Instagram, they have Snapchat, they have all of those things. It wouldn't have to be long. I mean, those PSAs that we showed were actual commercials that were, a minute and a half long, 30 seconds long. It could just be something quick. Their attention spans are pretty short.
Yeah.
Maybe we could make some money off of this.
It could be one of the ads, sorry, you don't get to skip it because it's a public service announcement. You open TikTok and guess what? You watch 15 seconds and know not to use the hairdryer while showering.
Yes.
Or something along
those lines.
Listen, I was just trying to...
No, that was good. I had a hard time coming up with some too. The Tide Pod Challenge was like a really long time ago.
And that was a long time ago, but it feels like it was yesterday.
I know. Because we're still angry about it.
We're still angry about it, but every other week there's another challenge, and you or I say that, surprised they didn't do the Tide Pods too.
Yeah.
Because there are challenges that frequently.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the idea. I say bring them back.
Cool.
And if we can't make them, let's just start taking them from New Zealand. They're onto something with those.
There we
go.
Right? Much more to get to this morning on Arc Rochester when we come back. Chris Lopez is taking a closer look at some concerns over the increase in gas prices.
And don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you are. Arc Rochester is streaming live right now on the 13WAM YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Stick around. We're back after this. People are wild.
They don't like me, but that's okay. Imagine. Never mind.
What are we doing here, Ashley?
Mic check 1 2 3. Mic check 1 2 3.
20 after 8 this Tuesday, we want to turn now to the latest in the Middle East. President Trump now saying he expects Operation Epic Fury to, quote, end very soon.
The Trump administration previously saying the war in Iran could last weeks, if not months. It comes as strikes also continue in the Middle East.
Meantime, gas prices are still soaring in the U.S. as the war in the Middle East rages on. Chris Lopez is in the studio. He's been following this story for us all morning long. Chris, what are we seeing out there today?
Gas prices about 10 cents more than they were yesterday already. They were the gas companies pretty quick to elevate those prices. Go figure, never quick to reduce those prices, even when the price per barrel drops. So I have real-time data right now. This is futures trading on Brent crude oil. $93 per barrel. That's down 5% since yesterday. A whole lot better than Sunday. Sunday, it was approaching terrorizing records of $120 per barrel. Wow. We haven't seen that since the war, a few months after the war kicked off in the Ukraine in 2022. I believe those prices hit that all-time high nationally, August of 2022, and that was $128 or $129 per barrel. So I don't know what it was like here in New York, but in Arizona, gas was about $5.75 at its cheapest.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what we're looking at today.
And this was something that a lot of people kind of anticipated would be coming, right?
Yeah, I mean, you hate to it's almost like a Middle East playbook, right? You go to war with a Middle Eastern country, or if some type of conflict happens in the Middle East, gas prices are going to spike. That's just how it is. They have a ton of refineries over there. They have a lot of oil fields over there. So they control the supply and the demand. And a lot of people may ask, well, the U.S. imports most of their oil from Canada. It's 60%. And then it's followed by Mexico, Iraq, I think Colombia is another one. But oil is traded globally. So it doesn't matter what's going on here or who we get our oil from, because it's a global market. We are victims of that global market. And so when it spikes, we feel it at the pump too. So
when is the earliest we could start to see these prices go down, level off, or do you think they're going to continue to rise?
I mean, it's at $92 a barrel now. Patrick DeHaan, he is the petroleum analyst at Gas Buddy. He described it to me like a hose being clogged up. So each day, if anyone hasn't heard, 20 million barrels go through the Strait of Hormuz every single day. So that's been clogging up and clogging up and clogging up each day that this war progresses. I think we're on day 10, I believe, right now. So what is that? Rough math, 200 million barrels are backed up right now. So when that opens, if it does open, it's going to take a while for that hose to almost unclog itself and then work its way out. So it could take, he was telling me, about a month, maybe 2 months for that oil prices to start to level out and maybe even start to drop their way down. Not to normal prices. The war is going to have to end, and we're going to have to really rebuild some of the damage that's already been done for us to see. I was paying a month ago $2.69 or $2.70 at the Walmart here in Henrietta. I don't think we're going to see those anytime soon, which is unfortunate. They also could spike back up if Iran starts to strike oil fields or the refineries as well. He said that wouldn't be like a hose backing up. That would be like you taking an axe and hitting the spout. And then you really have to start doing some rebuilding, and that could take years.
Wow.
Definitely puts things into perspective.
Yeah. All right, Lopez, thank you. We appreciate the time.
Time right now, 8:24. Much more to get to here on Arc Rochester when we come back. Time for a little weather trivia.
Yeah, meteorologist Mark McClain will be with us on the other side of the break.
8:26, welcome back. Meteorologist Mark McLean is joining us now. We're talking about warmer temperatures today.
Yeah.
Scattered showers as well. We also have weather trivia.
How nice was yesterday?
It was, oh my gosh.
It was
Incredible.
like September. It really was.
I mean, I was going to go more spring-like, but okay.
well, spring-like, but
September.
I mean, 71 degrees, sunshine.
It was like the last time we were kind of in that realm.
Delightful.
I mean, you could have done whatever you wanted to do outside.
Yeah.
It was really, it was
did
great.
you do?
what did you get done?
I got a nice walk in after work, and then a little workout in, and
Did we
just
take
enjoyed
care
it.
of any yard work?
I'll show you. I saw the first flower of the season out in the yard.
Nice.
And there was like a quarter size or like $half sized piece of snow out on the deck, and it melted.
Thank goodness.
That
We can be happy now.
That filled my soul.
I bet it did.
Weather trivia. On this date, 5 years ago, what were you doing?
5 years ago was what year?
21.
21.
Oh, God.
Oh, we set a record high. How warm did it get? We've got some weather video, too. Did it get up to 68, 64, 74, or 78?
Oh my
There's
gosh.
the folks out there taking. Now, it was a decently cold winter, right? We still have a little snow on the ground, at least in this video. Some of the ones that we've been showing recently, I mean, it's been green lawns with some of these records that we've been posting. But
I don't remember this at all.
yeah,
You don't?
There's
I
still
do.
snow
I remember
piles.
this day. I was in Buffalo, but yeah, I remember this.
No.
It's nice when these kind of days line up with like a St. Patrick's Day parade, maybe.
Oh,
How about yesterday? Wouldn't that weather have been nice?
that would have
next
been
Saturday?
nice. Do you have something you want to tell us about this Saturday?
Nope.
Yeah, didn't think so.
Well, I'm contractually obligated to talk about that.
Are you sure?
Well,
are you?
maybe.
Is there a contract?
Well, there's little. But anyway, we'll have the answer to that at 9 o'clock. Right here on Arc Rochester, how warm did it get on any one of those days, right? Signs of spring, here's the flower pick.
Oh, that's
Is this from you? Is this your garden?
This is neighbor Patty and Reggie's house, and I go for the walk, and I kind of cut through, and I'm like, I almost stepped on it. I'm like,
Wow.
yeah, and then I look down, I'm like, nope, we're gonna get a picture of this guy.
That's awesome.
The first one of the season, and then I posted it up on Facebook, and everyone's chiming in with pics of their crocus, little snowdrops, lots of snowdrop pictures coming in. Another favorite, if we get a mild winter, sometimes they actually start coming up in late February.
Resilience in nature is incredible.
Yeah,
Snow, ice, frozen, and then
Yep.
when it thaws out, you get this. That's great.
It is, and this is a south-facing slope too. So this is an area that typically does get a little bit warmer. But we'd like to see your pics. Chime in. That QR code on the side of the screen will allow you to scan in your photos and share them with us. Now it's been some big swings, right? 41 last Thursday, 71 yesterday, and you say, well, what the heck is the average this time of the year? The average is 41. Okay, so a lot of these temperatures, all of them, in fact, have been at or above normal. So far today, 56.
Is this something we're going to have to pay for at some point? This
You-
kind of feels like one of those situations.
Okay, so if you're like into stats and math, like every 5 degrees is a deviation from normal in weather.
Okay.
So we had 71 and the normal's 41.
Okay.
So that means that it was almost a record yesterday. But you're into territory that happens like once in a human lifetime.
Okay, but yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
But are we going to pay for it in the next 10 days?
There's some signs that next week that
Oh, no.
the pattern gets a little bit more amplified. And now this pattern that we're in, I'm going to show you, is more like a zonal flow, which means that everything kind of stays weak. It's relatively within bounds, what you'd expect to see in typical March weather. The weather next week gets a little bit more amplified. We'll see what it eventually leads to. But 55 for right now, southwest at 9. And some of these temperatures are actually closer to 60. Look at Brockport, Medina, South Bristol. You wake up and you see a temperature like this and you're like, wow, it's late April, early May already. What did that clock change do to us last weekend? Did we get in the time travel mode here? Ultimate Doppler not showing much going on, just a little cloud cover back to our southwest, but we'll sneak in a little sunshine this morning. There's that boundary. Now this is that stationary boundary. To the north of that it's cold, to the south of that it's mild. So far we're on the mild side, but that boundary will come across western New York within the next 36 hours. So what does that mean? That means that cloud cover will increase today. Better chance of seeing a scattered shower late this afternoon. Then as that boundary moves south, this is where if you're lakeside north of 104, you're going to have a completely different experience than somebody in the southern tier. It could be in the 60s in the southern tier and in the 40s lakeside. And this is the first volley of rain that comes through during the morning. Maybe a little thunder mixing in with that. We'll have to see how this plays out. Then a second and probably better chance of area-wide rain during the afternoon tomorrow. That will also slide off to the east. And you can see, you know, the area that keeps getting targeted here, especially near and southwest of Rochester. So we'll have to watch this spot well to our southwest for even the possibility of some briefly strong thunderstorms for Wednesday. That risk is very low near Rochester, but not zero. And you see south of Buffalo that color shading goes up a category, then it goes up another category into Pennsylvania, and that's where some of that thunder activity is a little bit more likely. But, you know, if you have a sump pump, it's going to be kicking on and off as we go through Wednesday because some of these rain amounts are going to be between a ½ inch and an inch. And southwest and south of Buffalo, we'll have to, Cazenovia Creek, some of the smaller creeks out there, you know, they may get to bank full. We'll have to watch that for tomorrow, especially late tomorrow and into early Thursday morning. But not something that's a concern for today. Temps in the 60s, we may scale back a little bit as that boundary draws closer, deeper into the afternoon. Later tonight, passing, that should be rain showers, not snow showers. Rumble of thunder, 39 degrees. And the extended forecast is colder on Thursday, passing snow showers on Friday. Looks like that dancing fellow there on Saturday is going to be a little chilly.
He's dancing to stay warm.
He's dancing to stay warm, and there may be some pre-dawn snow showers on Saturday. Light mix on Sunday, snow showers next day. I know you love that. You know, they have these handy 13 wham green scarves that they hand out. Last year, somebody threw theirs away, I think.
Whoa.
Maybe, I mean, or was it a gentle donation to someone?
I gave mine to someone I was walking past.
If you had
who wanted
something like that,
beads.
if you had something like that for this year, it could keep you warmer.
Listen, you and I both gave away our 13 wham scarves on accident. So if you have it and you're watching, if you could drop it off for us.
Mine was intentional.
Uh-oh.
Mine also was intentional. I was just trying. I was trying to play it cool.
You were dancing with it last year.
Was I?
Oh, yeah. In between your like live stream and everything else.
Oh, goodness. And then you two showed up with sardines, and you were just passing sardines around to everyone throughout that entire parade.
Whoa, that's not true.
Not to minors. You didn't give sardines to kids.
Just to the people here at the station.
You're right.
Just to the
You're
Whamley.
Right. Yes.
That was it.
I don't contribute to the shenanigans in any
That
shape
is
or
not
form.
even true. You are the leader. You are the leader of the pack. All right.
He's the DD. Don't go anywhere. We've got a lot more to come here on ARC Rochester.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
8:36 this Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for sticking with us here on ARC Rochester. The month of March is dedicated to colorectal cancer awareness, highlighting the importance of early screening and detection.
For those in the community who are uninsured, getting that care can be difficult. URMC's Center for Community Health and Prevention is looking to help with their services. Joining us now, we have the manager for the Cancer Services Program, Hannah Farley, and patient navigator, Sarah Ward. Good morning to the both of you.
Good morning.
Let's get right into it. I want to talk first about Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month as a whole. We've talked about it before on this show throughout the month of March, but for somebody who's unfamiliar, why is it so important to highlight this type of cancer?
Yeah, so colorectal cancer is one of the cancers that is preventable. So we really like to bring that to the forefront, and March gives us the reason to do that. Not all cancers are preventable, right? There's over 100 different kinds of cancer, and it's a very difficult topic, I think, too, for a lot of people to talk about. But when we're talking about March, we're talking about colorectal cancer. It's the second leading cause of cancer death among men and women. But again, we have screenings in place that can help find this cancer early or prevent the cancer from ever being developed inside your lower intestines.
Now, when we talk about these screenings, we've discussed previously on ARC the variety of options that medical professionals will lay on the table. But when they think to themselves, I don't have the insurance to pay for this, and I don't have the money out of pocket to pay for this, that's where you guys really step in.
Yes, so the Cancer Services Program is a not-for-profit public health program that covers breast, cervical, and colorectal cancer screenings for individuals who are uninsured or have limited insurance, and we cover those screenings as well as if they need any diagnostic workup. So if the test does come back abnormal, we're able to cover those additional testing as well.
And I bet that the people that come through the doors and they find out that you offer that, they must feel quite a sense of relief. What has that reaction been like?
I think overall very positive. People are very thankful for our program. You know, the people that for whatever reason they might be without health insurance, maybe they are just without health insurance for a limited amount of time and they're just due for their yearly screening, or they've been without health insurance for a while and they're just coming to us. They're very appreciative. And we also help if they don't have a primary care physician or a gynecologist, we help them establish care. So just keeping them with the program as long as they're uninsured to make sure that they're up to date on their screenings.
Now, what do you say to the person at home today who's been putting off a colonoscopy or other kind of screening because they're afraid? It's not a fun process, and there's fear in the unknown of what might be discovered. What do you say to that person to convince them that the real scary part is not knowing?
Yeah, I think everyone experiences fear in a different way, but I think the most important thing to know, if you're afraid of getting screened or you're afraid of knowing, to just know that there's medical professionals out there that see people every single day that are going through what you're going through. Whether you have a finding, whether you're normal, whatever you have going on, doctors across the world have seen someone similar to you. So if you're afraid of going to the doctors to get this worked out, or you're afraid of knowing what's going on within your body, it's better to know and to know early than to not know at all.
You know, one thing I just want to go back to, you mentioned it right when we started, is how this is a cancer that is preventable. What can we do today to make sure that we're being the healthiest we can be?
Yeah, I would say speak with your doctor. Like, if you don't have a doctor, get a doctor. If you haven't seen your doctor in a little while, make that appointment. Get in there for your annual exam. It's really, really important to keep that conversation going open with your healthcare professionals.
That's important information. For someone sitting at home, they want to learn more. What website can we direct them to find all of this information?
What is our website, Sarah? Well,
don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. We will get that website for you.
It's at the bottom. Get screened.
Right there. Get screened.
URMC.edu.
Perfect.
Thank you guys so much for coming in today. We greatly appreciate it. This interview and all that information will go over on foxrochester.com after the show this morning.
8:41 this morning. Don't go far when Arc Rochester returns. We're once again sitting down with Chris Lopez, who's breaking down the recent spike in gas prices.
And don't forget, you can always watch us on the go. We're streaming live. You can join us right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and on foxrochester.com. We'll be back on the other side of the break.
Welcome back. 8:44 this Tuesday. We're continuing our coverage of those soaring gas prices as the war in the Middle East continues.
Here in Rochester, the average price at the pump has risen to $3.40 for a gallon of regular unleaded.
13 Wham's Christian Garzone spoke with customers and business owners about how this is impacting them.
If you're calling for a tow truck these days in the city of Rochester, it'll likely cost you more.
They're used to paying $50, $60. And here they are now, paying $120 on up. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't have it. It's hurting everybody.
Glenn Sutton of Glenn & Sons Towing says 6 of his 7 tow trucks rely on diesel fuel, which according to AAA averaged about $4.68 per gallon at the pump in the Rochester area Monday. That's up more than 60 cents from a week ago. Sutton says when the price of energy goes up, so does everything else.
The prices of gas, your payroll, your insurance, your maintenance on a truck, it's like, and then, it's almost, it's hard to keep going.
Shortly after interviewing Christine Murray at Quickfill Monday morning, the price of diesel went up 20 cents per gallon.
Oh, it's jumping up like crazy. I mean, within, I would say, a week, it's gone up 60, 80 cents more.
With key oil shipping lanes in the Middle East at a standstill, Murray says this isn't the end. She's dreaming of the good old days just about 2 weeks ago.
We didn't even have it at the 270 for that long. I feel like we got a little taste of something. It was kind of like, there you go, rip it out from, underneath them.
We talked to one customer filling up who says while he supports most of President Trump's policies, this conflict with Iran is hurting all of us.
Why can't we worry about America? America first. That is exactly what he ran his campaign on, and it just doesn't seem like he's starting to get away from that.
Murray says the pumps have been echoing this customer in recent days.
Oh, well, like anybody, wish this would end, don't understand why, it's affecting us this way.
That was Christian Garzone reporting. For more on the recent increase in gas prices, we are once again joined by Chris Lopez to talk about that. You've been keeping your eye on gas prices, not just this morning, but for the past...
For a bit, yeah.
Well, kind of all the time, but especially for the past 10 days or so.
Yeah, I had said it in the last segment, really a playbook whenever something happens in the Middle East, gas prices tend to spike. It's a global supply chain, so it doesn't matter where you're getting your price or your fuel at, everything's going to go up with it. I do want to kind of piggyback off of diesel and why it's shooting up more than regular gasoline prices. So diesel belongs to a category of fuels known as distillates. And it so to get the diesel, that you have to heat that oil up. Now, due to extreme weather that we've recently had, that already created a spike in diesel prices because you guys know we've been we got a pretty good cold stretch over the past few months. That tightened up supply already, and then you have this, which really shot up diesel prices. So now I saw $5 pretty much is pretty much the average for diesel prices, and that's going to cover a lot. I mean, that's your truckers, those are your big trucks out there. That's all going to be passed on to the consumer as well.
So are you saying it's processing of the product?
It's a different processing, yeah. It requires heating of the fuel. And because we've been at cold temps for so long, they've needed more heat to process that fuel, therefore raising the price already. And then you have this.
Okay,
boom,
so it's
spike it up even
twofold
more.
for diesel.
It's twofold, yup. The other thing is, if this does continue, I know the president said that it shouldn't continue for much longer, but if it does continue and we start to get to the summer blend where gas prices naturally go up because of that. Now, I'm not an expert on that. I don't know too much about the summer blend, but I do know that it does raise gas prices. We're going to have a pretty big problem on our hands when it comes to that.
I thought it was so interesting last time we spoke, you were talking about the Strait of Hormuz and the impact that that's going to have. Can you just give us a quick recap, because people may be tuning in and they may have missed that?
Yeah, the Strait of Hormuz, it's small. I mean, it's not big at all. It just connects two bodies of water together, Persian Gulf. But a lot of countries rely on it to get their oil tankers through. I think at its narrowest, it measures 21 miles wide, which is, I mean, we're talking about the ocean here, so that's tiny. But tons of oil go through that. 1/5 of the global oil supply goes through the Strait of Hormuz. So when you have a backup of 20 million barrels per day times 10, you have a lot of ground to cover after, if this ends. Like if this ended today, I gave you guys the analogy of the hose getting clogged up. So we got some work to do.
That's if that ends today.
If it ends today.
You're looking at 200 million barrels.
Yeah.
And 20 million a day for every subsequent day.
Yep. And I do want to talk about something. A lot of people are like, well, then, you know, you talked about, if they were talking to me, they're like, what do you mean in terms of, I said military threats. There's something called a Shahed 136 drone that was developed by Iran. It's very cheap. It's $20,000 to $30,000 to develop, which in the grand scheme of things for a drone is dirt cheap. And they have a stockpile of them. They're very accurate, they're very fast, and they're essentially suicide drones, the kamikaze drones. If you hear that, that's what they're talking about, a Shahed 136 drone. And that's what they are flying into the oil tankers. I know that Reuters about a week ago reported that a few oil tankers actually got hit by these drones. Wow. And I believe not all of the Americans that were KIA, a few of them were killed by this drone. It is something that from the reporting that I've read, this administration did not see coming, even though they could have consulted the Ukraine. Because the Ukraine is dealing with Russia. Russia purchased the rights of the Shahed 136 off of Iran, and they are using it currently in the war between
against Ukraine?
Yep.
Wow. All right, Lopez, a lot of information there. We appreciate it, sir.
Yeah.
Time right now, 8:51. When we come back, we're sitting down with the DA's office for this week's Crime Stoppers.
We're back right after this. I'm kidding. Although if it were a Monday, I would be asking for a pronunciation of it. (8:53) this morning, time now for Crime Stoppers. And today we're discussing the new DMV and traffic regulations that just went into effect.
Yeah, for more on what you need to know, we're joined now by Assistant District Attorneys Taylor Smith and Alexa Connaughton. Good morning to the both of you. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Let's get right into it. A lot of people might be sitting at home thinking, okay, I had no idea that there were new DMV and traffic regulations. This is news to me. Give us a quick overview. What do people need to know?
Yeah, so these changes took effect on February 16th of this year, and it's basically just a bunch of point increases to incentivize people to drive safer in the community and keep the roads safe for everyone.
Now, when you say point increases, are we talking about points on a license here? Yeah. And how many points, forgive the ignorance, but how many points am I allowed to have before someone takes my license away from me?
Yeah, so I think it's about 24 points now within a 24-month time period. It used to be less than that, and the points used to look back only about 18 months. So the points look back further now, so they're going to stay on your license for a longer period of time.
Got it.
And what kind of impact does that have on that driver in particular? Aside from possibly losing their license, what is the significance with the points?
So there are mandatory driver responsibility assessment fees, and those can be increased depending on the point total that you have. But really, it's just about accruing points to try to incentivize people to not do that, because it is going to affect your insurance premiums or stuff like that, to keep the road safe. Yeah.
So it's more cost-effective, one, to follow the law, and it's safer for everyone to follow the law. What are the kinds of infractions that we're seeing an increase in points on? What do I do on the road that I'm going to get 2 points for now, where I used to only get 1?
Sure. So some good examples would be passing a school bus. I believe that used to be a 5-point ticket, and it is now an 8-point ticket. Speeding in construction zones, I also believe used to be a 5-point ticket and is now an 8-point ticket. Those are just some common examples that you might see. Also, it's important to note that if you're already driving with a suspended license, the point values also increase. So the same ticket of speeding or passing a school bus, where it's 5 points for a licensed driver, if you're an unlicensed driver, that is now an 11-point ticket.
You may not know the answer to this, so forgive me if you have no idea, and it's completely fine if you don't know. What is the most common issue that you are seeing lately when it comes to these traffic violations?
I'd say it's probably that if people don't know whether or not their license is suspended. So if you receive a speeding ticket or any form of ticket and you're unsure as to whether your license is suspended, we'd strongly encourage you to reach out to the DMV to figure out if your license is suspended, because you could be facing enhanced penalties if your license is suspended.
So you can't just say, oh, I had no idea. Like, that's not an excuse.
Correct, yeah.
How do you, but to follow up, how do you not know your license has been suspended? Wouldn't you, don't I have to be pulled over, 24 times and issued tickets and not pay them for my license to be suspended?
That is correct. That's one way that you could have your license be suspended. So you would have a pretty clear idea, but if you have any confusion about it, or if you're worried because sometimes those points that you accrue stay with you for a long period of time, if you're worried if those are still on your license or not, you can check with the DMV.
Good information. For somebody sitting at home, they want to learn more about this. They want to know more about the point system and what they could or might not get points for. Where do they go?
I would refer them to the Department of Motor Vehicles. I think that would be the best place to start. They're able to speak to them about the points on their license. If they have any points, they can also pull what we call a driver's abstract. So you can see any of your past tickets, if you have settled your tickets, if you have any scoffs on your license, anything like that.
Very good.
Perfect.
Thank you both so much for your time. We appreciate it. Of course, this video and all information will go over on our website after the show.
8:57 this morning. Don't go far. A lot more ahead here on ARC Rochester.
We'll be right back.
Hi.
Hi. Daniel, are you still wearing your mic?
All right.
Yay. Okay. Blend into the background. In today's Political Pulse, why you're seeing higher prices at the gas station right now. Chris Lopez will be back, joining me to discuss what he learned from experts about the connection to the war in Iran. That's coming up in our 9 o'clock hour. ARC Rochester returns after this.
How about that? Yup. Abby, IFB?
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Yeah.
What's up?
I love oatmeal. This is a great flavor.
Oh,
What's going on?
Stephanie got a flavor of something.
Ooh, stuff.
Steph, what
got to stop being mean to Mark.
I know,
man.
we have to stop being mean to Mark.
It's just so fun.
I know.
His ears get all red. He gets all upset. Oh, Ashley, I have to send you something. Anyways, let's do the forecast.
You can fit, like, when you're towing the line between making him angry and having fun, and we're right on there right now. So take it away.
Let's take it away, right? Weather trivia today. We're talking about record warmth on this date 5 years ago. Let's check it out. How warm did it get on this date 5 years ago? And here's your choices. Was it 68, 64, 74, or 78? How hot did it get on this day just 5 years ago? Lots of guesses on this one. Becky, maybe they're not guesses. Marlene, Yvonne, and Paul have D. James and Rebecca have C this morning. Next page has Allison and Rod with A. Jim, Sandra, and Laura with C. Sue has D. And
oh, wow.
There was about 30 responses in total. Barbara and Lisa's dad have C, Molly has C, Alan, Molly's husband, D, Cheryl, A, even Richard, A, Diane's mom,
mom.
E, Day.
I love this.
There's just too many to mention.
A lot
David and
of
his wife,
responses.
C. Yeah, lots of.
Okay, so C or D? I'm gonna go C.
C is 74. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with that too.
You know, this is interesting because this was one of the lowest record high temperatures in the month of March.
Okay.
You know, the front half of the month still has some records that are in the 60s, whereas, we talked about it yesterday, what's the warmest that it can get on this, in this month, and some of those temperatures can get in the mid 80s by the end of the month. So kind of an interesting month there where it swings back and forth. And it was back to back. So on the 11th of March, we got up to 71, which was also a record high. So we had actually 2 days in a row with record high temperatures, and we got to enjoy a little break from this, a little meltdown of that snow out there. Taking the dog for a walk. We had Indy out yesterday. She was loving it. Get the pup out there.
It's important to,
They need to get out of the house too, no doubt about that. But nice to see some sunshine this time of the year for sure. So we'll have another one up for you tomorrow. But I guess the question is, what happened to winter? We started the month with 2 days that were cold. Ever since then, not only has it been above normal, but we actually had a day there that was 30 degrees above normal there when we got up into the low 70s on Saturday. And it's been an incredible turnaround. And, speaking of dogs, we should have put this in.
Tina, what's her
Is it her birthday?
Well, we're going St. Patrick's style, right?
Oh.
So we got our little lucky lady, I think it says.
Yes, that is what it says.
She's beautiful.
Yep. She's ready for a walk.
And listen, her eyes almost look green with that crown on. Good for her.
It's nice to see the pics come through. We've got some interesting ones coming up over the next 4 days. And I think we had a rabbit yesterday. Mm-hmm. I think we're gonna have another new animal.
A rabbit yesterday? Oh,
Manja.
Right, we did.
Remember Manja? So we're gonna have another, and I can't ruin it, but next couple of days we'll have it on the air.
Another wild animal?
That's a tease if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, it'll be fun. But wet paws late this afternoon. If you want to get out this morning, you're A-OK. For Tina there. Tomorrow it may be the first bath time. Honestly, we may change this to bath time because it looks like rain amounts are at least a ½ inch to an inch tomorrow. Thursday, Friday, we do have some showers around. The parade weather on Saturday looks like it's going to be dry, so that'll be our next chance for a fully dry day. We're getting sunshine right now, and that's moving the temperature 57. You wake up and it's like 2 months ahead.
That looks like it's hazy.
It does.
If you told me that sky was in like June or July, I'd probably believe you.
You're starting to get the haze, the southwest breeze helping to warm things up too. But it's March, reality is just around the corner, and it's what we call battle of the seasons. It is 1 degree right now in Winnipeg, the actual air temperature, and it is 64 in Indianapolis. So when you have an air temperature contrast like that, storms love two things. Storms love heat and storms love moisture. And they're going to find that boundary between that cold and that warm, and they're going to fire up along that boundary. Now that boundary is just to our north. That's the battle between the cold and the mild, and storm systems love to run that boundary. Now it's not going to happen today necessarily, although there is a small chance for some showers later this afternoon. For the time being, it's sunshine. And watch the future weather. We'll start to bring a little bit more cloud cover in for the afternoon there, as you can see, and just a couple of sprinkles around, maybe a brief shower. This is not going to be a washout for the afternoon or the evening or overnight tonight, although there is that small risk of a shower. But tomorrow morning on the way in, we get a nice round of showers there. and this may come with some thunder too. And then the afternoon, look at the temperature in Dansville, and you look at Lakeside. This is going to be a 15, 20 degree spread in temperatures tomorrow as some of these waves of rain come through. There could be some thunder with this round as well. And then the actual cold front saves itself for the end of the day. This is where the temperature is really going to fall back. 9 o'clock tomorrow evening, still projecting 62 in Penn. Watch Albion and watch spots back to the west. We drop back through the 30s, back to the low 30s, sub-freezing by Thursday morning after that rain starts to move out of town. So it could be a soaker, as I mentioned. We don't have a lot of rain in store today. It was just a few hundredths of an inch. Watch the numbers roll up tomorrow. There's that first wave. There's the second wave. There's the third wave. And, if we do get more than 1.5 inches of rain, we'll have to watch for the potential of small creek and stream flooding, that kind of thing. We've had a lot of runoff. We've had a lot of snow melt. And this is going to have to run off too.
You don't anticipate that, though,
I don't
do you?
anticipate anything near Rochester.
Okay.
But, south of Rochester, there's smaller creeks towards Buffalo, Cazenovia Creek. We had some issues with the Tonawanda Creek over the weekend with snow melt, western portions of Genesee County. We'll have to watch that creek. Owatka Creek, Black Creek, they're smaller tributaries. They can take a lot of flow. But both of those, it's going to be interesting to watch. And if you're down, towards the Brew House, Genesee River, you watch the flow over the falls there. It's going to be over 10,000 cubic feet of water per second by Thursday morning. So it's going to be, one of those where you can just hear the falls roar if you go down there. But 63 for today. We'll see those numbers drop back tonight, only into the low 40s, near 40. Washout on Wednesday. It could be 2 or 3 rounds of rain coming through. Colder on Thursday. We'll see some snow showers on Friday, the high near 40. Upper 30s, parade weather on Saturday. There's going to be some early day snow showers. It is going to be a very brisk day on Saturday. 50 for Sunday, a light mix, and snow showers around for Monday with temps in the low 30s.
One thing I think we should definitely make note of, now that the weather's warming up, the importance of keeping your eyes out for wildlife.
Yeah.
The critters are out and about, and I think Ashley has a picture of one in particular. Bigfoot.
Oh my God.
Out and about.
Look at that.
There he is.
Terrifying.
Walking through my yard.
That's a nice little walk, not necessarily through your yard.
Pretty close to it.
Okay, this is a sidewalk. This is a sidewalk that I'm on. Okay.
You were walking through your neighbor's yard, though, the other day.
You should have got the taser out.
You should have got
He
the
was not
taser.
happy
Taking him down.
when this picture was taken, but that was okay.
Well, it was the startling beating of the windows, and I'm looking over. I'm like, what am I missing here?
I think it's great though that that is the pose.
Yeah.
That's the same pose.
Yeah. Sasquatch is out there,
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, do watch for animals, because the deer were out yesterday morning.
I saw deer on the walk yesterday down by the creek, Northrop Creek in Spencerport. They were out chowing on whatever was growing next to it, which is not much.
Did you join in?
No.
Well, and it's what? Is it 3 years since you've been here this May?
Yes.
3 years this May. So 3 years since we had to have that mass burial on Abby's first day. So yes, watch for the critters.
Oh, boy.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't long after that
9 animals.
What?
What?
No,
What?
it wasn't 9 animals. It was 3.
3?
Only
Okay.
I was very stressed out. I was still driving back and forth from Buffalo
it was a long
every
drive.
day.
It was a long drive.
Listen, and I was not happy about it. I pulled in sobbing. It was like every time I hit a milestone on the trek from Buffalo to Rochester.
She also hit an animal.
It was a possum, and then it was a deer,
Ooh.
and then it was another possum. And they just,
Oh.
it was bad.
Yeah.
And I was driving my husband's car. Sorry, honey. That went over well.
Rough. Hey, stick around. We've got a lot more to come here on ARC Rochester, including when we come back, we're looking ahead to the special Tour de Cure kickoff happening tonight.
And don't forget, watch us on the go. We're streaming live right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and on foxrochester.com. We'll be right back. Thanks so much for coming in today.
you
We
bet.
appreciate it.
You bet.
All right.
9:14 this Tuesday. Hey, this evening, the American Diabetes Association is celebrating the kickoff of this year's Tour de Cure.
This year's theme encourages you to take on the bike challenge with a partner and bring a friend. Joining us now for more is Upstate New York board member Todd Bazard. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Hey, good morning. Great to be here.
This is something a lot of folks look forward to every single year. For somebody who's unfamiliar, give us the overview of the Tour de Cure.
Yeah, so the Tour de Cure is the signature event for the Upstate New York Diabetes Association to fundraise for advocacy, education, and research for those living with diabetes.
And for someone who may be familiar with the name Tour de Cure, they know it's a bike race of some sort. Fill in some of those blanks. How many people, what are they doing out there, and what's the goal?
Yeah, so the goal is roughly to get 500 or so riders to register for the event. Fundraising goal is right around $500,000 as well. Last year, I believe we did around $450,000. Wow. And really the goal, again, is to raise funds so that we can support people living with diabetes. We can educate them, we can fund research, and those living with diabetes need advocacy as well. So, and it's also to create community around diabetes. So those are sort of the general themes and goals of the event.
Why is it so important to have that community?
Yeah, so I have a son who was diagnosed when he was 8 years old, and he's 18 now. And the one thing that I've seen in his 10 years is having a community around him allows him to not feel alone, allows him to know and understand people who are going through the same things that he is. And they also trade ideas about what works for them in terms of treatment and living with the disease.
What does that support look like for an individual's loved ones, for their parents?
Yeah, so I think what it looks like is it looks like as a parent who's trying to parent somebody with diabetes or somebody that they know, it's support. It's knowing other people that are going through the same thing you are. The fundraising, right, it's in terms of like research that allows great people and great companies to come out with products and different things that help and support. Like, for example, my son wears an insulin pump. That was developed because of dollars that were raised to fund research.
It is something that I think everybody can agree is so important. And the big kickoff is happening tonight. What do people need to know if they want to stop by?
Yeah, so I guess first of all, it's at Rising Storm Brewery at the Mill on Blossom Road. It's open to anybody, so you don't have to be registered for the event. And you can stop in and you can visit with people who are involved in Tour de Cure. You can visit with other people who are new, and you can learn about things like fundraising, about registration. You can learn about the routes that will be available to ride on at Tour de Cure. So there's a lot of things you can learn about just by stopping in.
I'm glad you mentioned the routes because I would like to know the distances. If there's somebody out there who says, listen, I can't bike 50 miles.
Yeah.
Do they have to bike 50 miles?
No, they don't. So the tour offers 3 routes. There's a 12-mile route, which if you've run like a 5K, that's the comparison, I think. So it's not that far. There's a 30-mile route, and then for the more advanced cyclists, there's a 60-mile route.
Wow.
So something for everybody.
Absolutely. And family-friendly event too, yes?
Very family-friendly. There's music, there's food, there's educational materials, and just a lot of people having a good time. So it's a great event.
Love it. Tour de Cure kicking off tonight. We've got all of the information. You can find it right now on our website, foxrochester.com and 13wham.com. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank
Sure.
you.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. When we come back, Steph will be here. She's breaking down some of our top political stories.
Political Pulse coming your way next.
No worries. We've got time.
You know, Karen is the MC for that event. I'm a judge for the meat hot contest. When you think about it, we're doing good work out there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I ran into your friend Friday.
Who?
What's up, man?
all of that is being broadcast on YouTube. Oh, great. Just FYI. Any mic check?
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom.
Oh, I should say that
She
to
just
her.
texted me.
Yeah.
I was out around the backyard yesterday. I found these. I'm a regular.
Oh, we're Blue Crew today?
I know.
Hey.
Your blue's nicer than my navy blue's boring.
Oh my gosh. I've learned cobalt is up there. It's one of my colors.
Yeah, cobalt. Cobalt's a nice blue. Navy blue is bold.
It's time for a political pulse check here on ARC Rochester. The war in Iran is driving up the cost of oil, and it's leading to higher prices at the pump here at home. CNN's Reed Binion has a closer look.
It's ridiculous.
From Nevada
I'm actually thinking of selling my car.
to Illinois
Crazy. How does it happen like this? Diabolical.
and down to Arkansas,
It's not like it's supposed to.
drivers are feeling pain at the pump as gas prices spike amid the ongoing U.S.-Israeli war with Iran.
Normally when I put in 20 to 30 bucks, I get 5-7 gallons. Now I've only got 2-3 gallons.
It's been particularly bad in California, where some drivers saw prices of more than $8 a gallon over the weekend. While it's not nearly that high in most places, gas prices have now jumped around 50 cents just since the start of the war. That's a roughly 17% increase, with the national average for a gallon of regular at $3.48 as of Monday, according to AAA. Experts say, depending on the duration of the war, it could get worse.
Gas prices likely continue advancing. Oil prices will likely keep climbing until that oil can move again.
That movement heavily impacted by war-related threats to transit through the Strait of Hormuz. President Donald Trump addressing the issue Monday.
It affects other countries much more than it does the United States. We have tremendous oil and gas. We have Venezuela now as our new partner, great partner, and it's a massive source of oil, gas.
Trump also mentioning possible measures to reduce the pain.
We're also waiving certain oil-related sanctions to reduce prices.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Chris Lopez is back with us this morning, talking more about why we're seeing this price increase. I want to start first with what we're seeing outside here at home. Not $8 like some places in the story over there, but still above $3.
What $8? Can you imagine? I drive a Corolla. $8 would be $80 to fill up my little Corolla.
I can't.
That would be insane. So we're not there.
Yeah.
Hopefully we will not get there. New York State, the average is $3.46. That's according to AAA's real-time data. National average is $3.53. What I saw out there and what I've been seeing out there as I've been cruising around, about $3.49, $3.59. That's pretty much the range that I'm seeing. If you're a member somewhere, you're going to get that $3.49 or that lower cost. Or if the Walmart on Henrietta or in Henrietta, that one's going to be pretty cheap.
Yeah.
But that's what I've been seeing out there.
Overall, just shock, really, is what we're hearing from drivers in the community.
Yeah, it's the rate. The rate that the gas prices have gone up. I think like sticker shock, yes, of course, you don't want to pay $3.50, but the rate, you were paying like $2.90 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it's $3.60, $3.55.
And it's crazy because there are some nuances to this. And one of the things being the Strait of Hormuz as well. We had heard it mentioned in the story right there. What do people need to know about what's going on there?
It's tiny. It's small. It is not big at all, but 1/5 of the global oil supply goes through that strait every single day. And that translates to about 20 million barrels per day. And right now that is backed up. There is no one, I don't know about any ship, but I mean, it has to be one, maybe two if they would like to go through that, but it's a big backup. I mean, you're looking at 20 million barrels per day times 10 days. we're backed up 200 million barrels per oil. So that means 200 million barrels per oil is not reaching the customer right now, and therefore skyrocketing that price.
That is a huge amount of oil that's expected to go through there. And to have that stoppage, we're seeing obviously the effects of that right now. But when it comes down to the cost, some people are saying, well, the U.S. doesn't get oil from the Strait of Hormuz, so why is it impacting us?
Yeah, oil is globally traded, and that's why, we get 60% of our oil from Canada, and then I think we get, X amount of percentage from Mexico. I think Iraq is another trading partner, but because it's a global price, we will pay no matter where a conflict arises. And it happens to be in the Middle East, where a lot of oil fields, a lot of refineries are, and when that alone gets disrupted, we have to pay for it.
And I'm wondering, I know you spoke to an expert from Gas Buddy, the same one in the story that we just saw. Is there any sort of relief that could be on the horizon?
I mean, it was very straightforward. He said, end the war. But even then, so he had a caveat. He said, look, even if the war ends tomorrow, there's still such a backup that, these oil tankers just don't get to their destinations overnight. That 200 million barrels is not just going to arrive at, an ExxonMobil tomorrow. It's going to take weeks for it to get there, then be processed, and then be shipped out to these gas stations, and then the prices have to come down. So it's going to be, there's backup, and it's going to be a very slow process for these prices to come down. But what we can hope for is what he said is them to level out. Stop going as high so fast. So we don't have a 50-cent jump in, I think it's been 2 weeks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm also wondering, were there any recommendations for people? Some people are like, well, I'm at half a tank, or maybe I'm on E, and I have to go to the gas station this week. Any tips for them? Yeah,
he said essentially fill up today so you don't have to tomorrow. That's going to be par for the course. You'll monitor the situation that's going on. And then kind of your basics, remove excess weight from your car, drive the speed limit, try not to accelerate too fast, too quick. Really try and limit some of your trips that are discretionary or combine them. If you're going to the doctor, maybe you want to go grocery shopping, in that same trip. So you got to be kind of cognizant of how much you're using that tank.
Yeah, definitely mindful, planning ahead.
Yeah.
And one more question. It's come up for me as well. Well, is there any way that, ships can go around the Strait of Hormuz, for example? Is that easier?
It's not. It's actually way harder. So there's a few things that they can do. There's pipelines. They don't move as much oil. I believe one of the pipelines moves about 2.6 million barrels per day. So you're off by 18 million barrels per day. So you get a pretty big shortage, and that pipeline is in Saudi. The other thing that I looked at a press release on the Maersk shipping website. They said they're using an alternate route, which is the Bab al-Mandab Strait. However, they have to go from one side of Saudi Arabia to the other side of Saudi Arabia, which is 1,300 miles. So they have to move that oil across Saudi and then load it onto an oil tanker, and then at that point, they can go. So there's a lot of logistics involved, but there is an alternate route, and it is that route or that strait on the west side of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, a lot of nuances there.
I know.
Chris, thank you so much for breaking this all down, and I'm sure we'll be following it a lot more this week.
Yep.
Thank you. Hey, be sure to stay with our Rochester for your top political headlines. We are back after this.
Good Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for sticking with us here on ARC Rochester. Believe it or not, we are about a quarter of the way through 2026, which makes this a good time to stop and ask, how are your goals?
Yeah, whether it's in business or it's in life, the first few months of the year can tell us a lot about what's working and what might need a little bit of a reset. Motivational speaker Ramon Ray joins us now to talk about how we can plan a smarter future. Always great to see you, sir. Thank you for coming on.
Hey, Abby. Hey, Dan. Thanks for having me here. Good to be here. And I think what an amazing question it was indeed. I think, listen, there's a lot of people out there who are looking at where they're at, as you alluded to, Dan, and saying, man, I wanted to be at point X. And you find out you're a little bit behind the 8 ball. But I would say one thing as we have this conversation is don't feel bad about where you're not at. I would instead think, how far have you come? And then reset and get back up again and keep moving forward. Don't give up.
A really good mindset. Ramon, I have a question, though, about goals overall. A lot of us have a tendency, myself included, to set these lofty goals. We think, we're going to go this far, and we're going to get this much, and we're going to have this many of anything or everything that we want. Are we automatically setting ourselves up for some sort of failure or disappointment when we think that way?
Absolutely. I was just talking to a friend of mine, Dan. Her name is Regina, and she does marathons. She's doing so many marathons she can't keep count, and she's doing one in Antarctica. And I know you're going to join her there. And we had that same discussion. And she said when she was doing marathon 1, it wasn't, I'm going to do an Ironman and I'm going to do 5 million miles and all this. Nope. I'm just going to get out of bed, make my bed, and try to go around the park. So what you said, Dan, is spot on. Those of us, because I can be guilty of it too, who are trying to change everything, trying to change the world, trying to be the super duper mom, super duper father, super duper entrepreneur, lose all the weight, you're probably setting yourself up for failure. Instead, you know the goal, but then take things a little bit at a time, go incrementally, and also celebrate the wins. Stop focusing on what you didn't do, but focus on the wins. But yeah, if you take off too much, you're probably setting yourself up for disappointment because we're all human.
And what would be your advice for somebody who's thinking to themselves, you know what, it's just not going to happen. Like I've given it my best shot for the past couple months, and I think I'm just ready to maybe stop doing this altogether.
Yeah, and I hear that so much. And I think a few things I would say for those who are ready to give up. One, surround yourself with other people who can cheer you on and who are going forward to where you want to be. Number 2, ask really why you're doing it and get that good desperation to propel you forward. Number 3, focus on some of the small things you can do. Let's say it's dieting or eating better. Don't say, I'm not going to eat any salt. That's a bit hard to do. Maybe say, I'm going to cut down on some of the salt. Surround yourself with people. Focus on what your goals are. Focus on why you want to do it. Take those incremental steps. And then me, Dan, and Abby are saying, get back up again. Don't give up. Get back up again.
And get down to the Antarctic and run a marathon, I guess.
Listen.
You might as well. Ramon, for somebody who has those goals in mind, how do you break that habit of biting off more than you can chew? It's something I know, listen, I've done it my entire life. You think big, you dream big, and you hope for the best. Yeah. How do you lower those expectations if all you know is the opposite?
Yeah, I mean, one thing to do for sure, everybody grab a copy of Atomic Habits. Not my book. It's a book sold millions of copies of Atomic Habits. Got to give credit to that. I think number 2 is to break the habit. It starts with the will. It starts literally, maybe you write down on a piece of paper, right on this wall over here, I have goals I'm going to accomplish. Write down on a piece of paper, Dan, so you see it on a regular basis, so you're reminded when you wake up. And then here's the hack. I was a season of my life, Dan and Abby, where I wanted to jog or be more active in the morning. I would put my jogging clothes on top of my dresser, so it was the first thing that I saw and felt and touched in the morning in the dim room while my wife was sleeping. So that's the kind of thing you may have to do is start the brain, and you may have to do something, a pattern interrupt if you want to do it. Just sitting there, hey, Dan, hey, Abby, I want to do better. That may not be enough. You may need to put the glass of water on the kitchen table to remind you to drink it when you wake up in the morning. Things like that will help.
Pattern interrupt. I like that.
I like that too.
I really like that. Breaking the you're not just breaking the pattern, you're interrupting it.
That's correct. That's correct. And that's the way to do it, because some things you want to do are not easy to do. And we have to, our brain is a tool, right? Our brain is a muscle which can be trained.
Very true. You know, I'm wondering for somebody who may be thinking to themselves, okay, it's March. I've done great so far. You know, I'm going to power through here, but then maybe, you know, in June, they kind of hit a plateau. Or maybe they start to go downhill a little bit. They lost some of that momentum. What can they do to make sure that when that happens, or if that happens, they're able to get back up again?
Sure, Abby, since you asked the question, I'm going to give you one piece of advice. Is social media can be a bit negative in a way. I get it. There's a lot of bad things with it. But nothing beats momentum. Taking your phone out, going on Facebook, Instagram, whatever tool you want to do, and making a public declaration. Forget the trolls and all those very few people, but saying, hey, I'm Ramon. My goal this month is I want to get my law degree. I want to lose weight. I want to stop doing this habit, whatever it may be. I'm making a public declaration over the next 30 days. Here's what I'm going to do. Can you help me? Ooh, Abby and Dan, you do something like that, especially to your friends and those on social media. That's a positive way we can use social media to reach our goals, and I would dare say supersede our goals.
Ramon Ray, you've got the gears turning. We might be posting something within the next couple of days about our plans for the future. We appreciate your time, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Don't go far. Much more to get to here on ARC Rochester. When we come back, we're looking ahead to an upcoming show that'll make you twist and shout and also sing.
Hey Jude.
Hey Jude.
You might as well. And don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you are. ARC Rochester is streaming live right now on the 13WAM YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Stick around. We're back after this.
All right, and we just need to get a quick mic check from you guys, if you don't mind counting for us, just
We've
to
done
5.
that a few times.
We do that all the time.
And then if you guys want to stand right in front of this X for me.
Somewhere in here?
Yes. And
All
then
right.
can I have 3 of you line up? And then
You're going to line up at like an angle like
Okay.
this right here?
Yeah.
Perfect. And then
I'm
move it
gonna
in
have
this
you
way.
guys scooch all the
Awesome.
way to the right.
Follow-
I'm going to have you two come forward a bit. And then you go back a little bit. Alrighty. And then you come forward. And then you guys should be all set.
All right.
Excellent.
Okay, Carl Laporta.
It's me.
Perfect. Frank Schrout.
That's me.
Awesome. Don Mancuso. Awesome.
You got all the names?
.940, welcome back. Get ready to sing, dance, and rock out. This Thursday, local musicians are taking the stage for Band on the Run, a tribute to Sir Paul McCartney, celebrating the iconic music of his career.
Yeah, from the Beatles classics to the Wings hits, it's got something for every fan to enjoy. Joining us in studio now, we have band members Frank Schrout, Don Mancuso, and Carl Laporta. Thank you all three for coming in. We
Thank
really
you for having
appreciate
us.
it. Absolutely. First and foremost, Talk to us and tell us how the three of you came together.
Well, it kind of happened 15 years ago with Carl and I. We have a show that we still play called Music of the Stars, which is kind of a tribute to a bunch of different artists. So as time went on, the show has been playing all over the country. We've found that the casinos and the theaters where we play, everything's gone to the tribute world in our business. And so we talked about, we want to play a little more often. What can we do? So we put together a show. I've always loved Paul McCartney. I know Carl and Donnie, big fans of that kind of music. Let's do something we all love that our audiences will love. And we decided to do Paul. And it's different than doing the Beatles because there's so many Beatles tribute shows around the country and the world. Let's do something a little more focused. So we said, let's do Paul. And I love Paul's music. I love to sing it. And our audience is, and it's just, so it's so different than the Beatles. We do 1 or 2, 3 Beatles songs, and then we just do the stuff from Wings, his solo career. And it's different, but it's still great.
I imagine it's hard to pick which songs you're actually going to choose. What's that like?
Well, I would say that out of all the popular artists from the 60s up until now, Paul McCartney has the biggest portfolio of music. I mean, we could probably make about 10 different set lists of McCartney stuff that were all popular hits. So,
are there songs though for each of you individually that that's his song, and that is your song, and that is your, because of how the love for that music?
Yeah, I mean, when Carl and I basically put the show together, we sat down and said, let's get his biggest material that is most well known to our audiences, and we'll start with that as a base of our show. And then everything morphs in this business, right? You start with a set list, and then as time goes on, let's add this song because it's a great song. And we all have input on what we should be doing and what it's really about what the audiences are going to relate to, and it's about the memories that we're bringing out to those folks that come and see us. That's the biggest thing for our show.
And a family-friendly show, I'm imagining, right?
Absolutely, 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So how long is the set list? If someone comes and watches you perform, how long are they there?
About an hour and a half.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's an hour and 30-minute show, and if there's an encore, maybe another 5 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's based on an hour and a half, which most shows in casinos and theaters are based on an hour and a half. And because the attention span kind of wanes after that for your audience anyways.
Sure does.
Right? You can't be in there 2-3 hours. It's very different than going to a club or a bar, but we don't do that type of thing. And so we know that hour and a half, they're there to have fun, but they want to go home after that. Right, and it's okay.
Or gamble.
Or gamble, yeah. Or gamble.
It's very important.
I would imagine in a lot of those casino-like settings that you have a lot of people who are singing along with you as you go. Is that encouraged?
That's exactly what it's about.
Yes?
Yeah, 100%. During parts of our show, we've got songs that we want them to sing. And, for this show, Hey Jude and Let It Be, that were all like anthem songs, right? So we're out, and I'm out in the audience, and we want people to feel it and sing with us. And it's just, it's a fun show, right? We want them to smile, and we want to do all the emotions that you wanted to bring to them. You want them to cry sometimes, you want them to laugh. That makes a great show. And that's what we try to do.
How much of an impact does the crowd have on what's going on stage?
It's really it's all about that, right?
Yeah.
It's all about that. Being that I'm the front man in the show, I do all the lead vocals for Paul. I mean, I'm seeing it. I'm right there with the audience, and our seating is like this far from the stage, so I can see everybody. I can see all the wrinkles in their eyes and everything else, like mine, right? And so we know when we're connecting. As a band, you know that, right? And when you see the audience connected with you, that's why we do what we do.
Nothing better than
Nothing
that.
better, yeah.
For someone sitting at home, they want to catch you perform. When, where, how do they get tickets?
This particular show is coming Thursday, which is a couple of days away. It's March 12th. And it's at Batavia Downs Casino. And tickets, we have links on Facebook. They can see all our postings, or they can directly contact Batavia for the show to buy tickets there. So it's very easily done. Everything's just a punch of a finger, and you'll get everything.
You're making it easy, and we'll make it easy and help you out, too, posting all of this information on our website,
We appreciate
foxrochester.com, after the show.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
When we come back, we'll look at some of the stories that have people talking on this Tuesday morning.
Yeah, we're talking trends on the other side of the break. Okay, it's time to talk trends, starting with grandma culture becoming the next new thing. What?
I have a problem with this already. More millennials and Gen Zers are spending their free time taking part in this so-called grandma hobbies, like needlepoint,
Mahjong,
gardening,
pottery,
bird watching,
and origami. These activities serve as a hands-on way to break free from technology and reconnect with one's inner zen.
The trend has taken off on social media, many users sharing their go-to granny activities, encouraging others to give it a try.
Okay, so the trend has also led to more companies and clubs forming around these hobbies as people look to replace unhealthy habits and build human connection. Unhealthy habits like writing nasty comments on people's Facebook profiles and nasty emails to local news anchors.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Examples, needlepoint activity businesses are taking off. They're inviting customers to pay for a class to create their own piece of art.
Many hobbyists say their offline tactile activities are an embrace of the older analog world.
A lot of people on social media say they take part in these kinds of activities because it reconnects them with childlike creativity and exploration.
Where's the issue?
This went in a different direction than I thought.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So this was
We thought it was something else.
I thought it was something entirely different.
Okay.
Yes. No, I fully support this.
Yeah.
Kind of weird that we're calling it grandma. What is it?
Yeah.
Grandma culture? Granny Zen time?
Yeah, can't you just call it needlepoint or stamp collecting?
I guess.
I feel like just call it the name of the hobby.
Yeah.
What are you doing when you get home? I'm not grandma Zen timing. No, I'm going to knit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not.
You're going to?
I'm not going to knit anything.
You're more of a crochet guy.
Yes, absolutely. You know me well.
Yeah.
All right, let's move along now. Apple's new mascot is breaking the internet.
The tech company recently announced the upcoming release of their new MacBook Neo, marketed as the first budget-friendly computer for kids.
And while some are excited for the new computer, others are drawn to the tech company's new marketing strategy.
Apple recently introduced Lil Finder Guy in the promo videos for the new MacBook Neo.
Oh, how do you like that? Inspired by Apple's long-standing Finder icon, the mini mascot is seen in TikToks working at a tiny little desk, drinking a cup of tiny matcha and being extremely adorable.
Finder Guy has only appeared in 2 videos, but the internet apparently has already fallen in love with him.
I feel like this is that new monkey right here.
We've already forgotten about Punch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How dare you compare?
Sorry. Multiple fans online are demanding Apple make him a part of their marketing going forward, saying he's exactly what the brand needs.
Others are asking Apple to release merch that features the new character.
Listen, they are missing a great opportunity if they don't listen to the people here. Some are theorizing online, though, that Little Finder Guy could become the face of Apple's updated AI chatbot that's apparently in the works.
Huh, interesting.
How do you like that?
I think that could work for some people. You know,
you think others are not going to like it?
Well, yeah, like, can you picture like Mark McClain or like older generations going like, "Hey, Lil Finder Guy," you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't see it appealing to them.
Mark McClain liked Clippy.
Did you like Clippy? The little paper
Clippy,
clip
the paper
from,
clip.
What was that?
From Microsoft Word.
You
95. Yes. Mark used that the first time. He typed his name and Clippy popped up and said, "Mark, it looks like you're writing a resume. Do you need my help?" And Mark clicked yes. Let's move on to another Apple story. New emojis coming to your phone.
Oh, man. Beta for iOS 26.4 rolled out yesterday. It includes a couple new emojis available. Include ballet dancers.
Distorted face. Oh, distorted face fight?
Wait, no. Oh, okay.
Oh.
They're like, it's been
Okay.
entered. Okay,
So-
ballet dancers, distorted face, fight cloud, hairy creature also known as Mark McClain.
Oh.
Landslide, orca, trombone, and a treasure chest.
You know, it's a good thing McLean gets his hair cut on a weekly basis because I couldn't work with that.
Every Friday.
Honestly. So every year, a group called Unicode Consortium votes to approve a new batch of emojis that will later be added to your devices. Did you know there was a consortium that does this? Wild.
Only because we did this story last year, too.
Right.
The group recently published a list of emoji drafts that could possibly be coming for iOS 27. This includes a smiley face with squinting eyes.
I don't like that.
Leftward thumb sign gesture, a rightward thumb sign gesture.
What are those for?
That's like, I'm not great, but I'm not bad. I'm in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you need to be in the middle if you're a lefty or a righty? Maybe?
Or like, hey, check out this guy.
Ah.
Could be that, too.
What are you talking about? I got it.
Yeah. Yep. Also a monarch butterfly, a pickle, a lighthouse, a meteor, an eraser, and a net with a handle.
Oh, okay. Butterfly net. People online have their thoughts, some saying that the only usable new emoji is the distorted face.
Can we see him again?
Yeah. I'm not a huge emoji user.
I don't either. No. The laughing emoji.
Yeah.
The heart emoji.
Yeah. My emojis are typically what I use to respond, like ha ha ha. Like you hold down on the text.
Yes. But they all have different meanings for me. So like the like is like, yeah, I like it. The heart button is like that's like me giving you a hug. That's like.
Oh, okay.
Like if you get the love button, it's like we're buddies, you know, like all the love.
Is that my nickname, Love Button?
Ooh, sorry.
You just called me Love Button.
No, I said it's a love button.
She just threw up a little bit in her mouth.
A lot of it.
Don't go anywhere. When Arc Rochester returns, it's time for our final thoughts.
Be right back.
Love Button. We're
Time
back.
for our final thoughts on Arc Rochester. Busy morning.
Fun morning.
Been fighting the allergies this entire time.
That's not fun.
It's been killing me.
Yeah, it's that time
on
of
my
the year.
noses.
Well, listen, I really want you to try, if you're comfortable trying that suggestion we got this morning. Bee pollen.
With the
Local
bee
bee pollen.
I'd give it a shot. Sure.
Somebody said you drink local bee pollen and it's really supposed to help the
There's
appetite.
always a price to pay for these warm-ups, right?
Yeah.
This is one of them, unfortunately. You know, the tree pollen and the grass pollens, and later in the season, it's the weed pollen.
I slept with the windows open too. Like honestly, at this point, it's my own fault.
No, you're good.
Yeah, but listen, the window's open.
That's
nice.
Sign of the season.
Exactly.
Sign of the season.
Exactly. Hey, that does it for us here on ARC Rochester. Make sure to wake up with us again tomorrow morning starting at 4:57. We're on
13 Wham ABC. Join Steph and Mark later today for 13 Wham News at midday. See you.
Bye.